Good morning, December 16th. It is presently, I think, around 12:30 in Eastern time. Yes, I am back home in Ontario, and look how I'm dressed today. It's been a crazy 48 hours traveling, going to Costco, Christmas shopping, Christmas card class, also hosting for 18 people for Christmas last night. So today, this morning, has been a very chilled kind of morning since these 48 hours have been crazy. I have to say, honestly, I'm so happy to be back home in Ontario, and I'm not in my usual setting. I'm actually in my little dining area this morning just because I thought that this would be a great spot of showing you a little cute card today. So yeah, yesterday I had that Christmas card class yesterday morning, and you'll be seeing now, I was holding up just because of Canada Post. I was not releasing any more card classes to go for my friends in Canada, and just because of the situation, I didn't want people to have to pay for it. But now that we got the good news that they're resuming services starting tomorrow, well, now it's a different ball game. So you will be seeing a couple of things differently just because of that. I will be just looking at all my card kits from the past couple of weeks. So listen closely if you're from Canada. I will be releasing a couple of my classes, and I'm talking about classes since July. So funful classes, whatever I have left as card kits, you'll be able to purchase them. And once they're released, you'll get to see a couple of them released. You'll want to sign up to my emails. I'll have limited spots of how many card kits that will be able to go. So those card kits will include some products. They will also include a PDF, video tutorial, etc. from all these card classes. And since I have them all ready to go, pre-cut and all of that, so that's going to be exciting for you, my Canadian friends. What does it mean for the rest of you? It means that you'll have access to all my PDFs from my Christmas card class since July. So you'll be able to pick which ones that you want to purchase. And if you have a stash of product, you'll want to start making all these cards. So that's my exciting news for today. So stay tuned. If you are closer to the eastern part of Canada, you'll see them shipping out starting tomorrow. And I do know that some are already in the mail that like some of you have been waiting for. But the additional kits, like I had the Nest of Winter collection. I have a bunch of different collections that I have left over. These will ship from Eastern, from my Ontario home. And then if you live more Western part of Canada, I'll be shipping them from Regina. And the reason why, it's going to be quicker for all of you. So those will be coming out. So that's very exciting news. So please make sure you're signed up to my email. If you don't know how, I could send you a link, and you will want to have access. And these kits to go will have limited amounts because I'm just getting rid of what I have left to do. What does it mean for the new year? It means that now I'll be starting to work on most likely by the end of the week or early next week, celebration projects. So what does that mean is we have the new catalog coming up for the next year, but we also have celebration, that product that we earn for free. So I'm going to start creating and designing projects for that. Today I still have a Christmas card for you. It's something I haven't done in many, many, many years. It's a card that's going to be including a 3D gift box. So that's going to be fun. So you'll want to look into it. If ever you're here, please say hello. Please say where you are from. If you're catching me in the replay, please say replay. I would love to know. Once you comment and you share, it gives me the opportunity to draw some names and send you some gift in the mail if you're from Canada. If you're not from Canada, then it might be that you're earning a free PDF. Okay, so thumbs up, put some love, etc. I'll be putting my screen down. I'll be watching your comments, and we'll be designing and creating this fun project today. So if ever, this is like my favorite area where I have all the cute things displayed, and it goes even higher, but you just can't see it in the camera here. So, okay, so let's draw this mount down. And I'm just gonna flip and go on the opposite side so we can start designing our box today. And I wanna look at your comment. I think I'm gonna need a little bit of maybe a tea today or something, just because of those classes. I will be messaging, I'll be watching my messages for those of you who have messaged me over the last 48 hours, since I was so busy with our Christmas hosting. But now my Christmas is done. So basically I have plenty of crafting time. I do have to design projects for the design team, but that's what it is. Wow, it's quiet. It's not my regular time, so not many comments. So Yvonne is saying, hello from Ontario, finally caught you live. Can't wait to see what you make today. Merry Christmas to you and your family. That's so, so sweet. Well, I'm happy that you are watching me live, and we might have a little shadow just because I am in my main floor, but it's kind of fun. So let me just grab a couple of things. I'm gonna start taking our board out. I do have some pre-cut cardstock, but we will need additional projects. I did do a class this weekend that was Sentimental Wishes. So I just want to do this bonus project that I want to share with you, just because it's going to be fun. I'll add it to the PDF, and the class attendees that came over the weekend will get to have this bonus project right here. My two colors today are Shaded Spruce and Pool Party. So that's a little different. And then I'm just gonna pull out a couple of little items here. Told my husband I was gonna take a couple of days off, but then I was like, oh, it's just a quick card. So let's get crafting here and just do this quick card. So here I am making this project today. So we'll be needing a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 8.5. And that one you'll wanna score at 4 1/4. So I'm just gonna go my half mark here, but if you wanna use your trimmer, paper trimmer, you might wanna do so, but I'll just go like this. I wanna say I have this crazy bad habit of die cutting on the floor. I don't know why, it's something that I always do. And last week, I didn't go live on Friday because I hurt my back so bad. And now it's just slightly starting to improve. You know, when you get like these shocks in your back, like this craziness. I didn't sleep the entire night, but now a lot better. I was afraid for the plane ride, but it was okay. So now we're gonna bring this piece of cardstock. Now you know that both layers are right there, but you'll still wanna bring it to the 1 inch mark. And I have my 2 layers at the same time. And now you're just gonna cut to the 2 inch mark. So these instructions with the PDF will be included, but the thing is, it's kind of nice to see the video portion. So I brought my cardstock at the 1 inch mark, and I'm cutting until the 2nd inch mark, if that makes any sense. Then I'm just gonna flip it on the opposite, just like this. Bring it to the 3 inch mark. So just slide it down to the 3 inch mark. And again, I will cut to 2 inches right here. Now I'm gonna turn it sideways, and at the 2 inch mark, we're just gonna bring line from 1 inch to the 3 inch. And then these meet up. Okay, so basically, I'll just grab my piece of scissors just to make sure that I can cut them, make sure they're cut properly. It's done, but you also always want your little corners to meet. Same thing for the other side. Here we have it. So I've basically cut 2 layers of cardstock. Perfect. Here we go. You could take your trimmer or you could take your scissors and just trim the excess. I was cutting 2 layers. My blade might not be as sharp as usual, but it's still good. So now we have this portion opened. Does that make sense? So we could just lay this here. The second part is you're gonna take a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. So that's great usage of your designer series paper. So I just wanna make sure I am at 6 inch. Yeah, on this side. And then what about this side? Absolutely. So now I'm gonna score at the 2 inch mark on all 4 sides. I love the combination of shaded spruce and pool party. It's just simply stunning. For my blog, you will get to see it in this color combination, but you'll also get to see it in a different color combination. It will be shaded spruce and some poppy parade. So now I'm just scoring on all 4 sides at the 2 inch mark. And then, if you want, you could either take your snips or you could just take your paper trimmer, but you want to do the 2 sides on both sides and bring it a cut to the 2 inch. So I just done 2 with my paper trimmer. I'll do the other 2 with the scissors so you get to see the same 2 different ways of doing the same thing. So what basically it's like north to south is being cut at the score line, the 2 inch score line. Perfect. So now here we have it. Same thing here. I'm gonna give you a shot from the top after so you get to see what it looks like. I think my husband's gone to do errands without me and I so wanted to go. Oh, we can't do it all, right? Okay, so now on this side, and I'm just miter cutting a little bit, might be miter cutting a little bit more. Hi, Paul. So here we are. Did you guys have as much of a crazy Christmas as we? Well, Christmas. It was our Christmas this weekend, but I mean, busy weekend as much as I did. Christmas shopping, landed, like, you know, it was just, went to Costco, hosted. We didn't do the traditional turkey because we did not have time to cook a turkey all day yesterday, but it is what it is. Still, it was a good time. Here we go. So now it's going to be perfect. So this is what it looks like from the top. Or if you want to see this way, it's the same way, like my north to south. Like this is south for me, this is north. And then I just miter cut it like this. Perfect. Love this combo for sure. Okay, so now I'm just gonna set this aside for now. And then I'm gonna take a tiny little piece here and I'm going with the pool party. And this pool party is just a tiny piece of cardstock that we're gonna be cutting. It's 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and now we have to score all of our 4 sides at the 1/2 inch mark. 1. I have to say that this weekend, I think the ladies love our card class. It was, both of them were both card classes that were fun folds, special folds, but the difference is you could choose out of the Christmas, Sentimental Christmas, or the other one was, I had Sentimental Christmas and Christmas Friends. So, but they both made, both classes included 4 fun folds. And then we did a little holder, and I was providing tips on how they could upsell their cards, and we did a cool display of how they could do that. So it was lots of fun. Both were cute, actually. Okay, so now same thing. I'm just cutting, and then you want to miter cut just slightly in an angle here. And then I'll flip it sides. so funny. I'm happy to be home in my environment, but now most of my furniture is in Regina for my stamping. So it's like I have to readjust when I come back this way. It's crazy. Okay, so now you see what it looks like? Very tiny. So you know what this is, right? This is gonna be our lid. So let me bring back this piece here. We're gonna take some adhesive. And now I'm just gonna add some glue here, some glue here, some glue here, here, and here. And I'm just gonna tuck this in like that. So these, like I said, I did not invent this. It comes from way back. I don't know who designed this, but it's kind of a fun thing to do. And if you have lots of leftover cardstock, I encourage you to try it. And now that I'm showing you how, it's gonna be even more fun. So got those two sides done. Oh my goodness, Kim, sleeping again. Just give me a second. Okay, so now we're just gonna tuck this. Here I am adding glue a bit everywhere. You just want it on the four corners. And then we're gonna add this like that. Perfect. So normally when you're using like the multi-purpose glue, the green glue, you just wanna hold it for a little bit because it will move around. So you have to make it dry up. But the goal is that it will hold in place right here. So I'm just gonna show you. So you see how it just falls right in there perfectly? So that's the goal. So Paul is asking if I took pictures of the display. I did not take pictures of the display itself, but it's kind of a kit. So I most likely could take a picture of that. It's just more of how you want to upsell when you're selling your cards. So you know how I like to design a bunch of cards with the same collection? It was to show those off. So for sure, I might be able to do that later this week and show you what it is actually. Super basic, but lots of fun, and everybody could duplicate. So whenever you're selling cards, it will be a cute way. So maybe we could do that tomorrow actually, Paul. So you'll get to see the one for my Christmas friends and the one for the Sentimental Christmas. So now I'm just making my lid. Again, glue on all four corners. And then we're just, and you have to hold it again with the green glue until it dries up. So that's what I'm doing now. A couple of seconds, and here we have it. So now we have our lid. Perfect. So I hadn't made these in years. It's kind of fun that they fit perfectly here on the top part. Now I stole this box from my other one that I previously made, but it's still okay. I should just bring the other box in. But this is how it's gonna go. The lid is gonna fit perfectly in here, and then you'll have your tiny little box display like this. You'll see it in my pictures. It's gonna be a little bit better. Okay, so now the other one might have dried up by now. What I encourage you to do is put your lid on before you mount it on your card. So now you see how you're making this cute little box. These would be great for adding Ferrero Rocher chocolates, actually. They'd be kind of fun. So I'm gonna leave this here for now. So now I'm gonna just bring back this piece, and I love that this paper also coordinates with the stripes that we just used. I'm gonna use a strip that is 1/2 inch by 5.5. So I'm just gonna show you that. And this strip is gonna go down right here. We wanna embellish that cover. Here we go. So look how beautiful this paper is. And this paper, this designer series paper, is from my leftover from my Sentimental Christmas card class. So it's the coordinating paper that went with the collection. Now we're gonna take shaded spruce, and I'm gonna take the greeting that is wishing you joy and happiness. And this greeting does come from the collection bundle stamp set, Sentimental Wishes. So I'm just tapping down here, and we're just gonna add it, let me see, on this side. So I do love that I'm stamping shaded spruce ink onto shaded spruce cardstock. I find it looks so stunning. You could also emboss it with white embossing or gold, whichever you want, but I just found that this looked great here. I'm gonna take a piece of Pool Party, and this piece of Pool Party is 2 1/4 inch by 3 1/2. So I'm gonna add that piece right up here. And then don't mind the ink, it's probably from my fingers, it won't even show. So the other piece is gonna be 2 inches by 3 1/4. So Tammy, this, I see that you're watching. I don't know if you're still there, but you will want to take a note to add this 5th card to your cards from this past weekend. And now I'm just gonna take my Pool Party, because I love to do this. So I'm just gonna take this piece off. And you just grab the ink itself, and I'm just gonna be blending a little bit of color. So just adding some in here of Pool Party. Could you use shaded spruce? Absolutely, if you wanted to. And then I'm gonna use my, let's see, Pool Party, but the dark one, my wide tip. Just popped off, I don't know why, from my lid, but let's go with the wide one. And you know how I always go like this? And I'm tapping some specks. Tapping with your speck, with your bone folder is much better than the ones that flick like this. The reason why is you could damage your tip if you're flicking with the cap. As for if you're just tapping with the bone folder, you're not damaging your blends. So I'm just giving you an FYI about this. And because for my card collection, I use this gold trim from the online exclusive. This is what I'm going to continue using for my class to add a ribbon on top of my box. So I'm just going to trim it. Big, large double bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip around and tuck in, and then pull as tight as you want. And this gold trim, I'm gonna say, is so wonderful. It's narrow it's more narrow than a baker's twine. It's very nice to work with, and just tuck it as much as you can. And this is gonna be decorated on the top of our gift box. Isn't that cool? So I'm just gonna add, either you use a mini glue dot or a little bit of glue. So as we're continuing our card, we're just gonna let this dry up. But look how cute this is gonna be. So this is gonna stay there. The fact that Canada Post are resuming services, I'm so happy for all small businesses, because that was a little bit challenging since we couldn't have affordable way of shipping. So I am gonna use Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and we're gonna stamp now our image from the Sentimental Wishes. And the reason I'm stamping it this time, you've seen me die cut it, etc., is because I want to stamp it in a different color. I'm also going to be stamping the bow itself. Same thing in the tuxedo black ink. And now we're just going to color in. So for those of you who have found me on YouTube or Facebook and that are from Canada and have ordered within the last month, you will be sent your cards by mail. So with the links of the Facebook Live of which ones we have done. So you'll be able to get those. Plus you'll be having the products for free when you purchase for $60 or more. And if you had purchased before $75 or more, you're going to be receiving also that additional embellishments. So I'm so happy that they're back. Okay, so now let's do light pool party. So I'm going to do light pool party, and I'm just going to add some pool party in here. Hi, Joan. A little off schedule, Joan, today. So if you're just catching me now, it's because I'm currently in my home in Ontario. Now I'm just using the dark pool party. And to decorate, embellish my gifts, my color combo, just so you know, will be light pool party, dark pool party. It will also have some summer splash, light and dark summer splash, which is one of the new in colors, just because I thought it would also bring some dimension to our project. And then the shaded spruce, light and dark. Okay, so now this one is the light one. I'm just gonna create a little bit of shading just around here. And then you can just embellish those gifts like you want. After 48 hours, I kind of find it that it's nice that I get to just color in. So now this is the light shaded spruce. I was sharing during my class this weekend that sometimes when we use different markers, example, the light crumb cake versus the dark crumb cake, there's such a big difference. So it's good to do so. Like you want to just use both of them on your projects since they're so different. And then let's do this gift in more of a, I want to stand out some of the shaded spruce here, and I find a little bit of color here. You could also use your blend if you want, but I'm just flicking with our stamping blends. Here we go. Even if we have that tuxedo black. I will need now my darker shaded spruce, and we're almost done, to do this bow right here. And then just slightly underneath. Perfect, because I want to pop up that bow. So it's fun that this stamp set could die cut images from the designer series paper, but also it can die cut images that you've stamped on your own. Okay, so we're almost done. Now I'm gonna use, let's see, this one is Summer Splash, but the light one. You see how brighter it is than the pool party? So I do want that gift to stand out. And I will raise it so you get to see what it looks like. Kind of cute. Okay, so two last little colors and then we're done. So this is Dark Pool Party. We're just gonna do that here. And then Dark Pool Party here, and then we're die cutting. Perfect. Okay, thank you for your patience. Okay, so now I'm gonna set this aside. For my fur, I am gonna add some Wink of Stella, which brings some beautiful colors right in here. I think this one is like more of a goldish Wink of Stella, but I prefer the clear white one. I feel like I used the other one with a little bit of tone. And we're working on our final steps to finish our card. Thank goodness I have 2 paper trimmers, so I don't need to travel these by plane. But the stamp sets I do bring by plane. Not the inks, I have them in boat houses, so that's kind of nice too. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut this little piece right here. Voila! You'll want to pop these up. This is gonna go here. Is gonna layer on top. So you'll need dimensionals in both sizes, the small and the larger ones, so the mini ones and the big ones. Let's grab these. Perfect. So the small mini glue dot is just gonna go right here. And then the large glue dots are just gonna go at the back of this one. Oops, I just did this one. So now we're just gonna add it here. And then this one is gonna go here. And if you wanna add more foliage, you may wanna do so. Now you could add some gems if you want as well. So I'm gonna add this one here just to show you. I have these here, so I'm just gonna add these little clear dots right here. The iridescent one would be perfect. And now I'm just gonna open my card, and then our gift box slides perfectly in. So I can't wait to take a picture. I think it's gonna look better from the front view, but this is technically what it looks like. You'll wanna like slide your gift box completely down at the bottom portion here. So you'll just wanna tuck it slightly lower right down here. And then, here we go, sorry. And then, so here, I'm gonna try to show you a side view like this. Technically, it's not really in, but it's just more for your view. So you'll have this one, and then this is the top view, and then I'll take the front image as well. So it's kind of a wow thing, where you could add a little chocolate in that box. You might want to do place settings for everyone. That would be fun, that everybody has their name on their little box at the top here, and that's where they're sitting, and then they have a little chocolate treat. So my Christmas is done with my family, but you could always do it. So you'll get to see a little later on today, I'll post a picture from the front view. You'll also get to see it in Poppy Parade, so at least you'll have two options, but it's kind of a fun project. So let me bring you back up. Here we go. So here's my look for today. Since we've been hosting for the last 2 days and I had a busy 48 hours. If ever you're catching me a bit later and you're from Canada, you'll want to go see back the kits that I'll have for sale for, I made an announcement today about kits that I'm going to have for sale for what's left over from all my classes since July. So whatever's pre-cut in cardstock for different classes, you'll be able to purchase those kits from me, as well as you'll be getting those PDFs, etc. So I just thought of doing a large bundle, so whatever I have free will be coming out shortly. So thanks for watching me from my home in Ontario. Have a great day, and I will try to come back live tomorrow for sure. Bye-bye.